morning. Today at Toronto Police Headquarters, Detective Michael McGinn of Homicide will update the media on the investigation into homicide number 58 of 2020, where a man was shot in a vehicle. Detective?
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Michael McGinn, and I am a detective with the Toronto Police Service Homicide Squad. Thank you for your time today. I'd like to provide you with an update in relation to homicide number 58 of 2020. On Thursday, October 7th, 2020, at approximately 11:27 p.m., officers from 32 Division attended the area of Ranee Avenue and Kadive Avenue in response to a sounds of gunshots call. The victim, Shane Stanford, was located deceased in the front driver's seat of his motor vehicle. He had suffered from a gunshot wound to the back of the head. Shane lived in the area and was simply returning home from work. Through investigation, one of the suspects was identified as Raheem McLaughlin. Picture on the screen here that's on the far left corner. On October 29th, he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, and a second suspect was arrested and charged with accessory after the fact to murder. The third suspect involved in this offense and the suspect vehicle are still currently outstanding. The third suspect can be described as male brown, light complexion, mid-20s, approximately 5 foot 10 inches in height, with a thin build. And this picture's here, located on the right-hand side of the screen. He was wearing a dark colored jacket, maroon Kappa track pants, and black shoes. The suspect vehicle was owned and operated by the accused, Raheem McLaughlin. It had been in his possession for several months prior to the murder. However, it was never actually registered in his name. The vehicle was sold within days of the incident. We do not know the person who purchased this vehicle. The person who purchased the vehicle may have no knowledge that the vehicle was involved in this offense. The vehicle is described as a 2005-2006 white four-door Infiniti with sunroof. Has tinted windows, gold-colored rims, and gold trim under the driver and passenger doors. There's also scratches located at the rear right bumper of the motor vehicle. We are releasing photo and video images of the suspect vehicle, as you can see on the screen. And I would ask that you pay special attention to the distinctive features of the rims and trim of this motor vehicle. I'm asking anyone with any information whatsoever which could lead us to the identity of the third suspect or the recovery of the suspect vehicle to contact us as soon as possible. The Homicide Squad at 416-808-7400 or Crime Stoppers anonymously at 416-222-TIPS.
Wendy Gillis from The Star, you may go ahead with your question.
Thank you so much, Detective, and thank you very much for your time and update today. Just wondering if you can provide us with any more information about a possible motive in this case. I noted you said that Shane was simply driving home from work. Do you have any idea why he was targeted that night?
I can say that Shane himself was not targeted specifically as an individual. At this point in the investigation, we're still open to the possibility that it was in relation to the area, but I can't say that definitively at this point. It's still under further investigation.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
I have another one if I can.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Just wondering if you can tell us a little bit more, Detective, about the possible role of this suspect that you're trying to identify.
Well, we believe that he was in the company of the arrested party, Raheem McLaughlin, and we would like to identify that person for our investigation.
Hi, Janice Golding from CTV. Can you tell us how the deceased's family is doing at this point?
I mean, as as well as it could be expected given the circumstances. Of course, this was a tragic loss for both the family and the community. Mr. Stanford was a very good man, a good person, and a valuable member of his community. So, again, it's a tragic loss. So, doing the best they can given the circumstances.
Momin Qureshi, 680 News. Momin Qureshi, 680 News. Please proceed with your question.
I just wanted to ask, you said that the suspect that you're looking for knows the other suspects. I just wanted to know if those suspects that you already have in custody are being cooperative at all? Are they helping you at all? Or are they not giving you any information?
Sorry, could you repeat? Could you ask the question again, please?
Yes, absolutely. Just wanted to know that the suspect that you're looking for, you said, knows the other suspects that you've arrested. Just wanted to know if they're being cooperative at all? Are they helping you out at all? Or are they not helping you at all?
Well, we've received a lot of cooperation throughout this investigation from members of the public. And again, it's still under investigation. And we're just pursuing whatever avenues we can. And we're hoping the public can help us out with any additional information in relation to our outstanding third suspect.
Can you tell us what kind of information you're hoping to glean from this suspect vehicle?
Well, the suspect vehicle is believed to be involved in the offense. Again, for the purposes of our investigation, it would be obviously quite important to have it. And again, this is something that would be instrumental in our investigation. So it would be very helpful if we did locate this vehicle for our investigation.
And you mentioned that you think it's possible that the people who purchased this vehicle do not know that it was used in a crime. They have no idea.
It's a very good possibility, yes. The vehicle was sold after the offense had occurred, and it's a very good possibility the person has no knowledge that this vehicle was involved in any offense.
Don't people have to register their vehicles, however, and license plates, et cetera? Like, how does this happen?
Well, I mean, the vehicle itself could have been turned over. It's not necessarily, the registration may not have necessarily occurred following the sale. So it's very much possible that the vehicle had been sold and may not have been re-registered as one possibility of the reason why we've, again, we haven't located as of yet.
Catherine McDonald, Global News. Please proceed with your question.
Hi there. I'm just curious, how would getting that vehicle back, so many months later help this investigation? It seems to me like that by now, even if this vehicle has been resold, some of the evidence you might get from that vehicle may no longer be there. So just, can you explain that?
Well, it may not be there, but it may be there. I mean, we always when we collect evidence, ensure or operate under the assumption that there's a possibility of gathering evidence from a vehicle. It's no guarantee that it will, but at the same time, it would be very helpful in assistance to this investigation. We could glean a lot of information from recovering this vehicle from this investigation that could help us not only in relation to the current cases before the courts, but also identifying the other person that's involved.
Thank you. That concludes today's news conference.